Focus on Mowgli.
He's here really early.
Look at this. Level 2 is Khan. Gonna be very hard. He's already taken a lot of damage. Is gonna be looked to be slow. The flash comes in from Keen. And the red buff is gonna be Brock. No escape for the top laner. First blood goes over to Keen in the top lane.
And that's
gonna give himself a little bit of a birthday present coming in here and having a good performance so far. Will it be traded back though? The flash was blown onto Keen, looking for the knock up here. Here comes Peanut. Once that pillar goes down, can he escape from here? Is there enough damage though? It looks like it's close. Down he will go. And the trade back kill will go over to Khan.
Well, top lanes, I wonder if that was a level 1 read when they saw the rejuve beat start coming through. Were able to actually close out the leaders. Speaking of excitement.
Well, Gorilla tries to go for the engage, but Tucson is too quick, immediately devour flashes.
The pillar placement is what this comp is made for.
Trying to bait in Mowgli here, gonna miss the seismic shot, he flashes in! Look at the response from Afrika! Trying to get the kill, and he does! Kramer able to turn him down! Peanut getting extremely low as well, is forced to flash away. BDD and Pray though, moving forward, trying to do the damage on the Kuro, but Tucson is there, and Kramer able to lock him down, opening on up for the curtain call! One shot, two shot, the wall though, is gonna interrupt him. Really nice response from BDD, but he was able to see him as well. He sees he's being baited, dodges the seismic shove, and flashes in.
Both teams think they're baiting the enemy. Good play from Mowgli to move forwards. A flash ult does register. I apologize. It was onto Gorilla, and they just kill him during the duration. I got the Black Shield answered. I was incorrect. They get the kill from there, and Prey jumps in. The damage is not there. The setup is not there. And if this Weaver's Wall didn't come in, this would have been a big advantage of Afrika.
The response time from BDD. It's a very small lead, but Afrika looking pretty so far.
Kingzone looking for effectively a lane gank here. They're coming over the blast cone.
Oh, there's that pillar. He's going to be locked down by the cube from the Morgana. Is he going to get out of this? No. He did not have his flash. No escape from the pillar, as you mentioned before. Savoya jumping to the top side. Going to try to lock down Khan, but he does dodge the deadly flourish. But now with the banner of command, just trying to get onto this turret. No response from Kingzone. They're going to the bottom side, and now Khan and this turret should certainly go down. The Devour is going to get in there.
As he's playing away from Vision. Cho'Gath does have the priority in the bot lane, can walk up, and they're trying mid lane.
Oh, there you go, gonna get him locked down, and unbelievable. This time, no more Ghana around Prey. He's gonna be locked down in the top. Let's take another look in the mid lane of exactly how this happened. Prey, he's on a ward. They see him just CSing, and he does not respect it, has his own flash, does not flash early enough, and the easiest gank you ever saw. Something not very, in terms of map control, they would go for this Ocean Drake. Gonna go for it now. Nice double stun there from Keen to just deny any engage, but they're gonna try to go for the pillar, getting huge value. The Scion running into the wall, gonna sacrifice himself for the rest of his team. Down goes Keen and says, here, take me with you. I think he could have tried to get out of that one. Not really sure what that charge was all about, Papa.
Seemed like a communication disconnect. The moment you press that ultimate, you're going in one direction. It was the wrong way.
Look at Kramer trying to go in and crit him down, but takes a ton of damage himself. Trying to disengage now, but there's Prey in the front line. Not able to take him down in time. Finally does, but will go down to the turret. Gets a double kill onto the bottom lane in the course of it. Now Azir going to be jumped upon. Unfortunately, Kuro out of position here, but he does survive in the end. BDD trying to challenge it. He does. BDD is not going to go down to the turret as well. Kingzone striking back in a huge manner.
This is some risky business by Kingzone. They're going so aggressive. Their AD carry gets a 1 for 2. They still have a lust for blood. They'll get this mid lane out.
The Afrika were ahead, but Kingzone, they strike back.
So let's watch the replay here, and Kramer really has a rush of blood to the head. Watch the replay. He gets baited by the deadly flourish damage, goes up, and should be expected that he goes down. They can't buy enough vision. It doesn't matter if you have the Azir ultimate. You're going to be able to get into the front line. Prey does still a lot of damage. You can see the damage items are starting to register. The 2-for-1 means that no Baron can be picked up because they don't have enough Baron damage anymore. Secure but not damage. But the lust for blood on Kingzone, it's strong.
Kuro just making a mistake afterwards as well. He walks straight into Khan and says, please, not me on the turn.
Only one control ward on Cho'Gath. There's no control wards now.
The wall gonna come on in. Mowgli taking a lot of damage. Will they turn? They're committing to it here. Trying to get the damage. The guy will go, but Kramer disappears. Will they have enough damage to fight back? Kuro getting extremely low himself. And I'm not sure that he can get out of this one. Tries to, but he cannot. They get the Baron, but 3 members are gonna go down.
That is the god playing around Baron. Is it worth giving up some kills, giving up some map control to remove Baron from the map for 7 minutes, because Kingzone's entire comp is made to do this from the front foot. It's from the back foot. It does end up with some kills going down, but now the best place for Kingzone to fight isn't online for 7 minutes. There is the Baron buff on a couple of members.
That Kingzone did take with all the kills. They got the Baron gold. Now they're going to be looking for some objectives here. Going for this mid inhibitor, but look at Kramer. He's in a bit of trouble here. The Devourer is down, and down he does go. No way to get him. Tushin, he devours up Mowgli and doesn't have it available for Kramer. Means that he goes down, and the Baron push is stopped.
The use of the Abyssal Voyage, but the Devourers haven't really been that on point. Watching the replay, seems like Flash is available.
There it is.
Devourer's used. They shouldn't be surprised. He's too trigger happy on the Devourer, Valdez. So even though Flash was up, the deletion damage comes in. And Tucson needs to be a bit more on point, because if Jin dies first, this is always going to be the result.
Cannot let your AD carry go down. Let the Skarner dive 1v5. BDD in a lot of trouble up here all alone. Are we going to have this? The Abyssal Voice coming in, and BDD nowhere for him to go. Is going to be shut down. Pray though coming from behind. Kuro's getting low. They're trying to damage this Cho'Gath, but not enough. He's going to get Pray. There goes Pray into the back line. Now he's up to Kramer. Can he get him nice and devour to get him out of dodge here? But Kuro goes down, and Pray is doing incredible damage in the back line. Takes out Mowgli. Going for Keen. No one to answer this Kai'Sa as she rips through the Afrika Freaks team. Tucson is going to go down eventually, as it should be. The ace is trying to flash and deny that ace, but here comes Pray. Will eventually take him, as Tucson will go down. The ace over to Pray. His Kai'Sa popping off tonight.
In many ways. So watch the replay. BDD goes for a side lane play, very, very standard. This is a nice collapse coming through from Afrika. Now, it takes longer than they would have wanted. They don't get the first ult coming in from the Azir. They have to use more resources, and by the time the fight goes on, Kuro is at 200 health. And watch Pray, he's able in a skirmish in one of these unorganized fights when you can't use all your cooldowns to peel away from the Kai'Sa, to make everywhere a front line for the Kai'Sa. Wherever the Kai'Sa goes, only good things follow for Kingzone.
Pray able to reposition so easily with this pick. It was unfortunate either way. Kingzone very impressive in this game so far. Gonna take a very free Baron with this Weaver's Wall.
Massive with the flashes being down. Mowgli tries to walk up. This is not what you want to walk up to.
Going on in there, trying to take him out. Seismic shove is going to get 3, and that's going to shut down the game. As they get 2 in the end of it, make it 3. As Kuro and Kramer have to leave with their tail between their legs. Kingzone fighting back here in game number 3. They were behind, but they say, we are the better team. We are going to win this one, and that they will. They fight back. They want the kill. They're going to go into the base there. They take him out. They take the Nexus to game 3. Goes to Kingzone.
And you know when a plan comes together, when the Kai'Sa rips through 2 fights, and the seismic shove and the Talia from BDD is an afterthought. But one ability closes the game for Kingzone. They are now knocking on the door of the Summoners Cup and going towards future events. LCK title, they are so close to it. Getting a bit ahead of myself with the Summoners Cup. But Kingzone Dragon X, they're going to force a Kai'Sa ban, and I think it's time for Afrika Freaks to go back to the drawing board for game number 4.
You definitely have to. Things were looking so good for them, but one mistake, a mistake they could not afford against a team as good as Kingzone, and immediately Kingzone take the reins. Pray says, you guys are not going to ban my Kai'Sa? I'll show you why I pick it 3 games in a row. And I guarantee you guys that something has to answer this Kai'Sa in game 4. Whether it's a ban, a first pick, or some new counter, where's the genius going to come from? Is it going to be just the ban, or will Afrika concoct a way to stop this Kai'Sa?
And this was the first time in the 2v2 that Afrika looked exposed. The Jin Tahm Kench actually negatively contributed in many ways to how this game went on. They didn't have a plan around the Jin, had to go for a hodgepodge build, and Tucson on the disengage